So anyways, we're out here in Rosemont, going to drop off the kids something, and then I swear to God, too, you guys have no idea. So let me give you a couple of examples about how they stalk me. They put dental offices, like 2 on a block, to make fun of the fact that one of my teeth is fake. It's a cap. And I don't have the cash on hand to replace it. Not again. Understand, it's not that I don't know how to earn income. It's not that I don't know how to sell. It's not that I don't know how to run a business. It's not that I don't know how to work. It's that I'm being oppressed intentionally and repeatedly. Ignored by the court system, denied a court date, which again is a violation of my civil rights. Another thing they do is I have a dog named Luna. My mom has her right now. I got her about 8 weeks before I was thrown into the street unlawfully. My mom has had her the entire time. I haven't been able to get her back. They have people walk around me with the exact same puppy that I have everywhere, like following me. On top of that, you could see right here an advertisement for the fucking bridal show. I went to the bridal show with Dylan's mom and his aunt. We planned my entire wedding from his tuxedo to my dress, and I have not seen a single fucking advertisement about the fucking bridal show until today. The same day that they kick off. The last 2 days have been horrendous. 2 days ago, they started fucking with me at the dollar store when I went to buy laundry soap. I did a $20 cash back on the transaction, and they tried to say that it didn't go through, even though it was already deducted from my Cash App account. And just really mean shit, saying I deserve to be raped, saying I should die, I should kill myself. This harassment, or that I'm fat, that I'm ugly, just you name it. Like, they've said every single fucking thing. And they know that I feel very self-conscious with my weight. I gained a lot of weight over my pregnancies, and I worked my ass off in the gym to lose it. I worked really hard. I paid a lot of money for personal training, and then for my own education and personal training. I'm a fucking beast. Fuck you for fucking calling me fat. I'm not fat. And lastly, when you combine all those things together, the harassment online, the harassment in person, the 4 or 5 fucking dental offices per city block that clearly don't exist, the wedding show, like bullshit, and then you add in any sort of intentional antagonism, and then add in that I'm separated from anyone who I love, and who supports me, my family, and support meaning emotional, my friends. I was pregnant after being, okay, so let me put this on the record also. Xavier and I, when we were living with his father in the Gold Coast, we were told that was going to be our apartment, okay? That was going to be for us and the kids. 8 or 9 hours pass that Xavier is having sex with me, and I am completely out of it. Halfway conscious, opening my eyes and then falling back asleep. He remembers it. I remember it. He says it was just him. I think there were more people than just him. He says it was just him. I end up pregnant after that. So, with twins. So, the pregnancy was confirmed by Rush, by Delnor, by Northwestern, by my private physician. I had numerous ultrasounds. 3 days before Christmas, Xavier, and again, I'm telling you, it was not Xavier. Xavier doesn't treat me like this. Scratches the fuck out of my cervix with his fingernail in the middle of the night. I wake up in the night screaming and crying. We were at MD Bull's Airbnb. And 3 days later, we go to the Airbnb on Addison. December 26th, I miscarried. So I went into preterm labor. I started contracting, and I delivered the fetuses in that Airbnb. And both babies passed away. Rest in peace. I had to have a blood transfusion and emergency surgery. I don't really know who. I don't really understand why or who or how this is going on still. They're not letting me work. They're keeping me in a fucking tent. This is the 4th year that I've been displaced from my home. I've never been homeless before this 4-year period. They destroyed my car. They beat me. They won't let me see a judge. I filed hundreds of police reports. Anytime I call law enforcement, they say, No investigation has been started. My kids, I raised them from the day that I born them out of my body until November 24th, 2019, at which point a man was trying to break into my house. My kids saw, I saw. I called 911. 911 came. No investigation was launched. They did not even dust for fingerprints. They told me I was hysterical and crazy and made me call the kids' fathers to come pick them up, and I've been separated from them ever since. I've been being passed around, raped, robbed, beaten, and abused. I have every fucking step, every place that I've stopped written down, the dates that I was there, for how long, who was there, who picked me up, all 20 or 21 of the jobs that I've worked written down with hiring managers, dates and times of termination with the phony reasons, all the times I followed up with various HR departments just to be told there was never even a background check ran. There is something nefarious going on, obviously. I was beaten over the head with a fucking tire iron. My whole body was fucked up, dude. They hit me in my ribs, they hit me in my face, they hit me in my legs. I then had to walk 2 miles, maybe 3, to Rose Bar, Tampa, because I got a job there and I couldn't pass it up. So I'm there with a huge black eye, my entire face huge. It's a black eye, my entire face huge. It's all posted on my social media. Still to this day, no one has done anything to assist me in any way. Jumped and stabbed by 3 women 11 times with screwdrivers, covered in contusions from head to toe. My car intentionally destroyed, demolished, mechanically sabotaged numerous times. I think I put $20,000 of work into that car easily, that I should have never had to do if it wasn't for someone nefariously, intentionally fucking up my car. And they're ballsy. They did it even while it was parked in a gated community. So I was living with Charlie Keene in Barrington, and they did it there also. They're fucking with my medication anytime I get it, which is why I've been taking such a low dose and waiting so long in between. It's fucking me up. It makes it very difficult for me to get my work done. I'm very unfocused, anxious, crying a lot. They ripped my pants off my body while I was asleep, ripped the whole waistband off, yet I didn't wake up. But no one wants to say that I'm being sedated. So how do you explain ripping someone's pants off of their body, but Xavier didn't wake up and I didn't wake up? And then I wake up the next morning and there's a huge rip. How do you explain that? Basically, I know that I'm being followed, stalked, harassed, beaten, abused. Law enforcement has refused to offer me any assistance despite the hundreds of police reports filed in numerous various cities, states, and counties. There are no domestic abuse assistance programs available. I've contacted all of them. I have a reference number for that, as well as the the human trafficking hotline that I also called for help in 2000. That I also called for help in 2019. These people don't give a fuck. They do not care. They do not care. And I have 3 children who I am desperate to get back to raising. Again, and I just want to repeat this one last time, I have been on my own since I was 14 years old. My mother sent me to Jamaica. I was there a year. No crimes ever having committed, no criminal record, nothing. I had an attitude. When I got back from Jamaica after the year, I didn't trust my mom or my stepdad, and I began running away. Okay? When they caught me for running away, they put me on juvenile detention and put me in the juvenile detention center for the 6-month program. No crimes ever committed, no criminal record, no criminal history, for running away. From there, my mom refused to allow me back in the house because she was pregnant with my little brother, Robert, Rock, we call him. And she didn't want my attitude to affect the pregnancy or our arguing. I was okay with that, I understood, but I was not happy because I had to go to group homes. I had to go to fucking institutionalized centers. I had to go to Madison, Wisconsin, Stoughton, Wisconsin for another year. I was in program after program for no fucking reason, with no criminal record, never having committed a crime, and it did nothing for me. It did nothing for me but make me miss my family even more. At 18 years old, or a few weeks before my 18th birthday, I aged out of any sort of government program. They could no longer abuse me. I was off of papers. And, you know, again, no criminal record, thrown into the street with no money, no home, no car, and nowhere to go. And guess what? I fucking made a way. I made a motherfucking way. I did not even spend I did not even spend a full week in the street before I found a way. How the fuck do you explain? And then after that, I put myself through college with 3 young children while